Hello, welcome to the stream. In today's stream, we are going to be attempting to add a bunch of more swords to the swords data pack. And so I'm probably just going to jump right into this. Currently, there are 17 that I have made textures for, and I think we should be good to actually make them functional. So this should be a little bit of a, I guess, tutorial almost for how to make data packs, though I'm not going to be thoroughly explaining everything. So feel free to ask questions in the chat. I do have it open on one of my monitors. And yeah, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining. As I was just basically saying earlier, we're going to be attempting to make these 17 swords all work. I think I have probably an hour or two. So we'll just stream, see how many we can get done, and hopefully you guys can learn something from it. I'll probably try to explain my thought process a little bit while making the swords, but I'm not going to go super duper in depth. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining. Let's just jump right into this. So I am currently recording my screen, and so I should be able to bring my code up on the screen right here. So, yeah, Manzello, no problem. I realized I started the stream pretty late. I was watching a Smash Bros. Melee tournament, and it was a lot of fun, but figured I'd do my own live stream at some point as well. So currently, here's the give function for the for all of the swords. So you can see we have 17 lines here. I threw this together while throwing together all of the textures and stuff before the stream because I figured it would be kind of annoying to do on stream. And so first things first, we're going to need to configure some of the descriptions for the items, because currently I copy pasted the NBT data from the poison sword, and so they all have the lore of deals some poison damage, but that's not correct for any of these swords. So I'm going to go to my to-do list and just start filling this out. So what are you not able to see, Insane Pals? Is the stream not working, or no, I think we're good. Okay. Yeah, well, I don't want my to-do list on the screen because it is a patron perk to have access to that. So you can donate $1 to, or I guess it's actually the $5 tier has access to editing it if you want to like add to it. So, okay, so we can just go through this. So we have the Wither Sword here. This has the description. It makes you immune to arrows and potions. Okay, and then we have the random sword. So this deals a random amount of damage. So yeah, sorry guys, this isn't the most interesting thing. We're going to get the descriptions done as soon as possible and then jump into some more fun stuff. Because once we're actually, developing, that should be a lot of fun. But as of right now, we need to get this out of the way essentially. So, okay, let's see. So, sorry, I needed to move some documents around. Okay, so the Crying Obsidian Sword, this one I don't actually have an idea of what it's going to do, but let me know if you guys have any ideas for what a Crying Obsidian Sword would do. I have, let's see, I have a texture for it. You can see right here, but I don't have an idea of what it's actually going to do. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. I am more than happy to do those. So this is like deals high damage, but swings slowly. Something like that. Okay. Manzello, I kind of like the idea of making the Crying Obsidian sword do something related to the lodestone or respawn anchor. I'm not entirely sure what that would look like though, so maybe other people in the chat could help expand that out, because, yeah, um, ideas are really cool. So then for the redstone sword, I'm wanting it to strikes lightning when on powered redstone. So I think for this one, if you are standing on powered redstone, then you can strike mobs with lightning. Either that, or make it so that if the mob is standing on powered redstone, they get struck. I'm currently debating which one would be better. So again, that could be cool if you guys want to chime in. Okay, so okay, here, I should probably zoom in on this a little bit, make it easier to read. I can't do that. Oops. Okay, so if you hit an enemy, it will create a marker that nearby mobs will teleport to. That could be interesting. I feel like that would fit better for like an ender sword, but we already have an ender sword. But yeah, instant pals. I have a Discord linked in the stream's description. You can join it if you want to. And yeah. Okay, the angel sword doesn't have a idea behind it yet, but I already made the texture. Let's see. So sun sword will only deal damage in the day. I think I'll write only. Okay. Yeah, Nitro, feel free to let me know about any bugs. I do my best to fix them, but hard to fix a bug you don't know about. So definitely let me know. Okay, so for the turtle sword, I want it to make you slow. But armored, so basically it turns you into a turtle. Howdy, Grey Fighter, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, no problem. Glad you could come and say hi. We are working on a data pack. Working on about a bunch of more swords, but yeah, right now we're just going through the descriptions of them so that it works. Okay, the coal sword, I think it's going to be really cool. Yeah, so Nitro, I think I fixed that in the latest version of my library. I had like a list of mobs that exist, and piglin brutes were not on that list, and so it wasn't able to damage them. So I think I fixed it. That library is not necessarily out yet though, so when that's out, then it should work. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in, Boba and Aiden. Nice to see that you guys could make it. This is the coral sword, so heals you when in water. Okay, so we should have the descriptions of the swords done. I think I should just run sword give dev. This is the function we are currently working on, and now we can see that all of the descriptions show up on the items, and so now we can actually start working on them. So, yep. Good night, Grey Fighter. Thanks for tuning in, and hey, Paper. Thanks for joining the stream. Okay, so let's see. Let's bring. Here's my save folder here. So we should just be able to go to the functions, and let's just pick a sword to start with. Which one should? Well, actually, we're not done quite yet with the give function. Howdy, 10. Thanks for watching from Indonesia. That's pretty cool. I know I have a fair amount of fans from Indonesia, so things are going pretty well. I had a nice relaxing weekend and fun streams on Saturday, and then also happy to do it today as well. So hopefully going to get some actual development done of some data packs, and should be a fun time. So what we need to do, we need to look at my different give commands. I need to figure out what my final sword type is. So that's a custom tag that I have. It determines, well, it's used basically for some stuff, very important stuff. I know I'm not very descriptive, but it's useful. So I think the final one should be 51. Yeah, paper, there is a paper sword. It gives paper cuts to mobs. 27, okay. Maybe it's in here? No. Oh, it's probably in here. Yeah, 51. Okay, so 51's the highest, so now we need to go to here. So currently we have, these are all 41. So I can go this way, and we'll just delete all of the numbers here. And I might as well zoom in on this. So we need 52, and we'll just keep going up in value. So this is equal to the total number of swords that we have, but it's also it's needed in our code to determine which sword you're actually using. This value here is essentially like, it's a marker saying, this is sword 64. Sword 64 is the sun sword, and so do the sun sword stuff. And so, yeah. Wow, we'll be up to 68 swords. That's kind of crazy. Okay. And welcome, Xanters and Deep Tea. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could tune in. So, yeah, we're working on more swords. And yeah, at the end of the stream, I'll be putting this into my early releases section on the Discord. That's available to any patron at the $1 or more tier. Of course, I'll be releasing it eventually as a data pack, but I normally only do like 5 swords at a time or so. So if you're wanting to do that, feel free to pledge on Patreon. That's linked in the stream's description, and you'll have pretty much instant access to all of the stuff we make in the stream. So, okay, that out of the way, we can jump into deciding which one we want to do first. And I think the random sword would be a really fun one to tackle, because it's definitely the hardest sword that we're going to make. But maybe I don't start with the hardest one, and we'll see. Yeah, so Deep Tea, all of the swords in front of us on this page here. These are the ones that are going to be probably in the next 3 updates to the pack. So we're going to be making those right now. Okay, well, a couple of these swords don't actually require any code at all. So maybe, yeah, and so the names of the swords are right here. I understand it might be a little hard to read, so. Okay, yeah, like I was saying, some of the swords don't require any code, so maybe we do those first. That could be nice. Okay, so I'm actually going to use this cool website called MC Stacker because I don't know all of the, well, that's not true at all. I have all of this somewhere already. So we can go to like give golden, and we should have, what we need is attributes. So the 2 main ones are attack damage and attack speed, and I'm going to grab both of those. So that is this code here. I grabbed too much. Like so, I think. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. So it's like for the claymore, all we're going to have it do is deal high damage but swing slowly. And so by simply grabbing the attack damage and saying, okay, well, how much damage should a claymore do? Let's say high damage is 12. Just throwing a number out there. But then what would a slow attack speed be? Maybe it's -4. So we could try this. Well, and then we can make a mistake somewhere. Added one too many brackets. So try that again. Oops. Still not right. Huh. Oh, extra comma. Okay. Have to be careful when copy pasting. Okay. Wow, seriously? Oh, oops. There we go. So I had the right amount of brackets, just that extra comma messed everything up. Okay, there we go. So here's the claymore. Now it will deal 12 damage and have a -4 attack speed. And so -4, clearly too high. As you can see, my attack cooldown right there, that is just not at all going down. So going to need to go with a lower number than -4. I guess that'll be a higher number, but let us change that really quick. Let's try -3. And so this is the sort of stuff that, like, I don't know exactly what I want the number to be. That's clearly going to be too fast. So yeah, there's a bit of trial and error involved with making a data pack like this, but so probably like 3.2 would be good. 3.2. And so this is why I have a macro on my mouse to type /reload for me, because you do it a lot. So yeah, you kind of just have to get used to it. Okay, so this, we'll see how, this is probably too fast because it's about the same speed as an axe. So let's try 3.5. Yeah, that seems reasonable because it's meant to be like a really slow attacking weapon, and so that should be good for that one. So I'm going to check that off on my list. I know, kind of a boring start, but technically that's a sword done, though there's no code behind it. So let us, what would be a fun one to do? kind of want to do the redstone sword. I think that should be pretty simple. So this is where we need to open our determine sword function, and this function probably looks pretty scary because there's a lot of stuff in here, but essentially this is just saying if I'm sword type 1, then do the stuff associated with sword 1, or if I'm sword 2, then do, so sword 2 is apparently the ice sword, so then I run the ice sword. So basically I just need to do the same thing. Nitro, I like that idea. A sword that deals more damage in like a hot biome as opposed to a cold biome. That could be interesting. What could that be called? And yeah, Aiden, data packs can be put into any type of world. If you put it into a survival world though, you will need to quit out of the world and then load it back up. Or you can just enable cheats, so that works too. Anyway, we are going to be doing swords 51 plus, or I guess 52 plus. So we'll just copy and paste this quite a few times, and you can see what was our last sword. It was sword 68, so we just need 52 through 68. So I should have enough of this copied like that, so I should just be able to, very good commentary, but okay, so we have 60, 61, and then looks like this isn't long enough. That's 6. I need 8. So grab 2 through 8. This is a really cool feature of Visual Studio Code. Oops. You can select like I had the right amount, didn't I? You can select a whole line like I'm doing here and edit it all at once. Very, very powerful thing. So, welcome, Mad Gaming. Glad you could join the stream. And thanks, Don. That's very kind of you. Nitro, that sounds kind of interesting, though. I'm not sure humid sword for a cold biome necessarily works, but whatever. Okay, so we need to clean this up a little bit. So right now what this is doing, so we're saying, so we're executing if sword type 52, and then we're looking in front of the player at a mob, so that's either a mob or a player that's just taken damage. That's with this hurt time here. And so if there's a mob in front of us that just took damage, then we execute as that entity at its location and then run this function here. So yeah, Snowy, I like updating this pack. It's at 51 swords right now, but within about a month, it's going to have 17 more. I don't plan on releasing these packs instantly, but yeah, as soon as this update is done, I'm going to early release it to all of my patrons. They get, everyone at the $1 tier gets access to my data packs instantly. But the other ones, they release based on my video schedule. So anyway, so what we need to do now is we're going to want to look at this list here, and it's probably just smart to, no, let's not do it like that. We can grab the names of all of these. Oops. And then copy it all at once. And then paste it here. I wonder why that doesn't match up. Did I make a mistake somewhere? Doesn't look like it. So that's 17 there. Why is this 16? Oh, I'm missing 54. Okay. There we go. Oops. Oops. Okay. Okay. So now we can grab this list that we have here, paste it over here. We're going to want to finish some of these. And then they need to not be capitalized because these are all function files, and so functions cannot be capitals. So, okay, and then we wanted this to be cool. Okay, so now all of these functions should run whenever you hit a mob with the sword. Yeah, Nitro, I like the idea of a glacial sword. I'm going to let's add both of these to the list. Let's see. So we have I don't currently have a leaf sword, but what would it do? You know, I'm kind of liking Nitro, the idea of a cold and warm sword, but at the same time, I don't really like the idea of having to program for like the 60 or 70 biomes that there are. I've done biome checks in the past, and they're kind of annoying. Though, maybe I should just stop complaining and just do it. Okay, so I am getting texted. Okay. So, okay, so we have the claymore, right? Claymore. So this currently is technically done. We could make it do something else. That might be worth checking. Maybe. Oh, hi there. Maybe we just have it do some particles and stuff on the mob. Yeah, we might as well do that. So in my swords folder, here's where I have the code for all of the swords. So we can just copy paste any of these. So this is claymore. That was the file name that we have. We can delete all of it. Though I don't think we want to delete literally all of it. Let's delete most of this. I think I want to keep I'll keep this. Yeah, I think this is all that I really want to keep. Chico, I don't know anything about transparent skins. I'm pretty sure the game doesn't let you do that though. Okay, so if we keep this here, and then give ourselves the claymore again, summon a husk, you can see when we hit it, we should have a little ding. That's the wrong button. I was trying to actually have game sound. So yeah, we have like a little ding sound effect. This is me copy pasting from the all or nothing sword. So what we could do instead, if we could make this a block of like clay and see what that looks like. I mean, that looks decent enough. And then let's see, then we want to change the sound probably. Let's change this to, I don't think there's a clay sound, but we could change it to like a break. We could change it to like breaking sand, maybe. That might sound okay. Honestly, I can't hear that, so let's try it higher. Yeah, I kind of like the sound of that. Okay. Huh. Uh, Bratchman, that sounds like a really cool idea. The inversion sword of the more debuffs you have on you, the stronger you are. So you have like, you could drink like a weakness potion or something, but actually do more damage maybe. That could be interesting. I think I'll add that to my list as well. Um, okay. So I'd say that the claymore is completely done, so we'll check that off of the list. And then we can start working on other swords. So, I think let's do the coal sword next. I think the coal and the redstone sword should be pretty fun. So we can, let's see. This is pretty much done here, but we'll leave it open for now. And okay, so for the coal sword, we have two different possible, I guess, ways that we could do it. So currently the description is places torch when hitting a mob, but where that torch is placed could be different. We could place it at my location, so like place it right here, or we could place it at the mob's location when we hit it. So not sure which one would necessarily be better, but I think for now let's make it place it at the mob's location, but only if the mob is in darkness. I think that could be kind of interesting. So we'll want to make a coal file, and then so this is just a stop sound thing, so we can run some particles. We'll just leave those for now. We're going to do execute if predicate, and then I don't actually know my predicate's name. So let's see, it's light level. We'll do if it's 7 or less. So I made a bunch of, these are just files that are basically like, if under a certain, well, if like this is true, then it's going to do something. So you can see, because we're in the light right now, it's going to say that it's false. But if I go into the darkness here, it's going to say that it's true. So if it's below light level 7, then we can do something. So in this case, we're going to want to, if block at my location is, if it's air, then set a block torch, keep. So the keep here will basically make it so the torch doesn't replace anything, just in case it was going to. And so now, theoretically, if we summon a husk, and I'll grab this dude, we should be able to hit him and we get a torch placed down. But now we're not getting a torch because it's too close to the other light source. But then we go down the cave a little bit, and now we get another torch. So pretty cool early game weapon. Could be nice for if you're like caving or whatever. You can light up the cave. But we actually still have a problem here. So suppose you hit a mob in the air. We aren't checking if the torch is placed at a valid location. So the torch can be placed in the air. So we're going to need to do one more check. We're going to do unless block below me is non-solid. So now, if we go back into darkness and we place this and hit it, you'll see because the block below me is not solid, it's not going to place the torch. So just had to validate that we can actually place a torch at the location, and now it's good. So pretty simple. Yeah, Miguel, I'm not sure of a way for a data pack to crash someone's game, so probably can't do that, and probably shouldn't regardless. Chico, there's already a lapis lazuli sword. It gets randomly enchanted when you craft it. Okay. Am I missing anything important? Nope, everything looks good. Cool. So, the coal sword is not done yet. We have yet to finish it. So I think what we want to do, we want to change the particle. We're going to go with dust. And we're going to go with black dust. And we're going to go size like that. Actually, I think falling dust might look better. Yeah, we'll go falling dust of coal block. And then I think like a sort of like a fire sound could sound cool. So maybe like a campfire. Nah, that's not going to work. Maybe like a flint and steel. Maybe like a fire charge. And maybe we pitch it down. Let's take a listen to this. No, that's too fiery. Maybe I don't think, yeah, torches don't have any sound effects, so maybe we go with like a wooden sound. Maybe like a wood place. Let's try wood break and pitch it down a little bit, see what that sounds like. Yeah, that's probably good enough. Okay, so we can turn our volume back down and then try it out. Huh, I don't think that's the right. Did I do that? I should probably, yeah, reload the game. That's how you do stuff. There we go. So we have like coal dust or something falling off of him. I think that looks kind of cool. Okay, let's see. What have you guys been saying in the chat? Oh yeah, Elijah, thanks for using the data packs on your server. I use them on my own server as well. I find them pretty fun to play with. Glad you guys enjoy them as well. Yeah, Miguel, I do kind of like the idea of a glitch sword because it could be a funny like troll item. I just don't think it's necessarily viable to make as a data pack. Okay, let's do the redstone sword next because these are going pretty fast. So for the redstone sword, I think I want it so if you are standing on something, and so we currently are executing, this is at the player's location. So if we just execute at the player to then run this function, we can do a couple checks. But what that means is instead of deleting this, what we should do is we should do if the block at my current location is redstone, and then we're looking for powered true. I don't think I did that right. Is that not right? It's probably a capital P. Nah, okay, let's try this in game. Oh, it's redstone wire, okay. Power. Oh. Well, that's a little bit annoying. Okay, so not too bad though. So what we're going to do, so if the block is redstone wire, unless the redstone wire's power is 0, then do something. There we go. Okay. So, oops, and then we'll just grab coal again, change this to redstone, open U, and we're just going to have this say hi for now. So, what this should do, you will need to be standing on powered redstone for this sword to work, so we can just fly somewhere and try it out. What What would an inverted texture of a rainbow sword look like? Okay, so that did nothing. But if we power it and try it again, now it says hi, and it runs all of the functions. So pretty simple. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the lightning sword, and essentially we're just going to copy all of this and then put it here. But we're going to probably get rid of the stun. Yeah, that way it's not as powerful. There we go. So now we have a sword, but it only works if I'm standing on powered redstone. So very interesting and unique sort of sword. And then besides that, it's just going to be an iron sword. So regular iron damage. Yeah, so that looks good enough to me. Here, let's make a chest of just like the items that we've already sort of completed. So we know we did that one, that one, that one. Okay, making good progress. Yeah, Loginator. Yeah, data pack making definitely takes a while to learn, but definitely keep at it, and you will eventually figure out how to do everything. Hopefully. I have yet to get to that location or that space, but I'm getting there. Kind of like that idea, Aiden, but it sort of clashes with the magma sword that I have. So probably going to keep the magma sword. Okay, so we could do the random sword next. Actually, let's do the cactus sword. The cactus sword should be pretty simple. So what we're going to want to do for this one, let's see, where's Cactus? There's Cactus. I want to, yeah, should be pretty simple. So, well, for one, we need to actually get a function for it. Okay, cacta. That is how you spell. So we need, we'll do a play sound event again. Here, let me open one that actually has a play sound. Not that one. I have too many swords at this point. There we go. You should, nope, you don't have a sound either. Wow. Okay, we'll just leave that one open. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do a falling dust again, but go with cactus, because that looked pretty nice. And then for the sound effect, I want, well, so does cactus have a sound effect? It doesn't. So I think the sound's actually, what is the sound? It doesn't have a sound. And yeah, it's the wool, break, and plate. So I don't like that. I think I'll go with pufferfish. Oops. We'll just do the pufferfish sting sound. I've used it before, but should sound better than not using anything. Maybe a bee sting. What does the bee sting sound effect sound like? Bee sting. Well, that sounds terrible. That sounds like a glass breaking or something. Oops. Maybe it's just due to me pitching it. That sounds terrible. I hate that. We'll try pitching it way down. Maybe that will make it reasonable. That sounds garbage. No way am I using that. Okay. Yeah, let's just go back to the pufferfish. Okay. Ooh, yeah, let's try berry bush. Thanks for the idea, Nitro. Let's see. So that's sweet berries. Huh. I don't think there is a hurt sound. Oh, yeah, there is. Entity hurt sweet berry. What does this sound like? Kinda don't like that either. But maybe it sounds better than... I don't know, maybe pitch that up a little bit. I'm still getting used to typing with a microphone in between me and my keyboard. Maybe a little bit lower, and then I think it could be good. Decent enough. That's the wrong button. Okay. Okay, it looks like I got some Discord messages, so I should probably read those. Okay. And wow, thanks everyone for tuning into the live stream. We are at the record amount of viewers we've ever had on the stream, so very cool. Thank you all for being here. And yeah, if you're just tuning in, wow, of course, as soon as I say that, the viewers just tank. It goes down to like the lowest. Oh boy. No, don't leave me, guys. Don't leave me. That's funny. Okay. Let's see. So, for the Cactus Sword, the description is that it deals damage to the user and foe. So that means, so currently it does 5 damage. We're going to want to increase that. And so you might recall that's not the right function. For the claymore, what we did was we used some attributes to change the damage of it. And so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do that for the Cactus Sword to increase its damage. So obviously a cactus is a pretty early game item, so I don't want it to be too powerful, but I do want it to be useful enough. So I'm actually going to set it all the way at 8. And then attack speed needs to be, I actually need to open up a different give command for this. So regular vanilla attack speed is, let's see, I have it somewhere. There we go, -2. So we set this to -2. Should be good here. Then we just need to give ourselves the swords again. We can grab the Cactus Sword. So now it does 8 damage with -2 attack speed. That's not the right number, definitely. I think it's 2.5. Let's try that. Yeah, that feels more right. If we give ourselves some of our other swords, you can see for most of these I did -2.5. But like the honey sword, it's supposed to swing slow, so it's -3. So, okay. Cool, yeah, okay, I'll stick with 2.5 and Cactus Sword. Okay, so we have this here, it does 8 damage, that's a lot. A netherite sword does 8 damage as well, so sword made out of cactus being that powerful needs to have a big downside. And of course the downside is that we are going to give it the ability to damage yourself. So to do this, we need to actually target the player again, because this is being executed as the mob. So I should have, instead of actually programming something clever, I might as well just grab something that I've already done and do it again. So I think the lightning sword actually has an example of this. Yep, right there. So we can just grab this code here, put this here, and then change this out to instant damage 0, not 1, 0, true. And then now we just need to change up what type of sword it is. So delete you. Actually, this is I can do this off of a score now. So this is going to be slightly different. We're just going to do we grab. Let's see, where's my cactus? Cactus is down here. If sword 66, then do that. So this is just looking for the closest player that just swung their sword and it's sword type 66, and it's going to damage them. Yeah, Chico, I've actually never speedrun the game ever. So definitely not a speedrunner. So okay, that almost works, but you can see if we kill a mob with it, it doesn't continue. It doesn't hurt me. So we should actually change up how we're doing this here. So let's get rid of this. And instead, add an extra line here, grab this, and then do this instead. So this way, whenever I swing my sword, it's always going to activate. And this is better code anyway. So now you can see I killed the mob, but I still took damage there, and now I'm dead. So should be good like that, and that should be the cactus sword completed. So I'll check that off my list. Where is my cactus sword? There we go. Thanks, Aiden. Not really sure how to reply to a comment like that, though. You definitely need some brain power to do data pack development for sure, but part of it's just a lot of practice. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, so. Okay, it's hydration time. Okay. You know, Bratchman, that is a hilarious idea, the champion sword. Just announcing what you're doing at all times. I am definitely adding that to my list. Great idea. Though that's definitely something I think most server owners would turn off, because they would get really annoying really fast. Howdy, Infernal Viper. Things are going really well. We are developing swords, and we've gotten quite a few done so far. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. We've done 4 so far. So, not 17 yet, but 4 is pretty good. Let's see. So I'm thinking doing the random sword next could be fun. It's definitely going to be a lot more difficult than my other swords, but oh, also, Infernal Viper, what do you think of my new microphone? I got it a couple days ago, and I think it should sound better than my previous ones, at least. Yeah, probably not, Chico. I generally don't have very much time to play Minecraft. I do it for my job, and so don't do a ton of non-data pack development with my time. Game Dash, I have not made the Wither Sword yet. It is still on my list, but I am not wanting to do any of the hold sword one ability thingy majiggers until I'll do them all at once. So okay, so for the random sword, this one's a little bit trickier, and so let us give it to ourselves first. So this one's the random sword here. We want it to change up its stats every time you hit. Cool, glad I sound clearer. It's also like 5 inches from my face, my microphone, so that would kind of help. I don't know. I asked Tyler, you know, log.zip, what he thought. He said there's a bit of an echo, but maybe there's no echo. I'm not sure. No one in the stream has said that there was an echo, so I don't know who to believe. Okay, so we're going to want to start by grabbing the darkness sword and opening its code, because the code is a little bit complicated. You can see there's a bit more to it than our other ones. So for starters, let's split this into 2 functions instead of 1. So yeah, that's the way to do this. So we're going to do random and then random math. And so random is going to get run as the mob, and then random math is going to get run as the player. So we can copy this here, change this to random math, and then remove this. Okay, so you can see if we run, say, random, and then here we're going to say random math, we can just try this out really quick. So I'm going to husk, hit, and you can see the husk said random, and then I said random math. So we know it's executing as the correct people. Yeah, Loginator. I totally agree that doing something as a job can ruin the fun, but at the same time, when it literally pays all of your bills and lets you live like in a pretty nice apartment, or at least a decent enough apartment, it is kind of very, very needed. And I still enjoy it a lot, so. Okay, so here we're going to run a function. This is something, oops. Wow, so that was my brain. So I'm actually relearning how to make data packs right now because I haven't actually done data pack development in vanilla data pack stuff in a really long time. I've been using this program called MCB. It's very, very powerful for helping you make data packs. Let me actually open an MCB file really quick so that you guys have a bit of an example of that. Here is the machines data pack that I recently converted into an MCB function. So here, let me see if this is showing up on screen. Yeah, this is all of the code in the entire pack right here. There is over 900 lines of it. And so I've been used to being able to just view all of my code at once. There's there's 30 some or 50 or 100, or I don't know how many functions there are here, but they're all in one file with while developing like for the swords data pack though, I haven't converted it yet. And so most of these are just like a couple commands in each function, and it's kind of annoying. You have to jump between files a lot. So anyway, all that said, we're going to be running an RNG function that I have made. This is in my library. So this is the whole reason why my library exists. Well, yeah, Loginator, you would think it would be inefficient, but it's super powerful. let me just give a little bit of an example. So suppose I want to make a new function. I just type function, the function's name, and then some brackets here. And now I have a new function. And I don't have to ever leave this one single file. And I have a vertical 4K monitor, meaning I can't really show this on stream, but it's like super duper tall. And so I can see hundreds of lines of code at once. So not exactly, it took hours off of my development time for different projects for work. And so absolutely something that was worth learning. You can also do some cool stuff like you can write JavaScript and it will convert your JavaScript into actual code. But anyway, that was a bit of a sidetrack. Sorry about that. We will jump back into more sorts with after hydration, of course. Yeah, Infernal Viper, it's helpful. It can be a mess sometimes too. There's definitely pros and cons, unfortunately, but overall, it's, in my opinion, worthwhile. Also, for everyone leaving suggestions for different swords I can make in the chat, thanks for doing that. I'm not necessarily able to read my chat all that well while streaming, so if you want to join the Discord linked in the stream's description and then leave them in the suggestions channel on my Discord, I'll go back and read all of the ideas and they'll just stay there forever, which definitely better for organization and stuff. So okay, so what we want to do here is we want to run the same command, well, the same similar commands, 5 different, okay, let me explain this better. So we're running a number generator between 1 and 5, and we're doing 5 different things. Branchman. I'm pronouncing that different every time, by the way. I don't have any map projects that I have planned in the future. They just take way too much time, and I don't have that much time. So, sorry, Aiden. Your best bet would be to get one of those. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the particles. Whatever, we'll just write one. So we'll go particle dust like that. We'll do it up a block. And then this is like the area that we're doing it in. And then we'll do 50 of them. And then we'll do, oh wait, 150. That will work. Howdy, Loopy. How are you? I've not seen you in a while. Currently I'm at, I don't know, 5, I think. No, I'm only at 4. Probably not going to do all 17. Well, okay, I say probably. I am definitely not going to do all 15, but sorry, I'm not going to do all 17. Anyway, I'm just going to set some random colors for this, because I think it could look kind of nice. And then we'll go with like a pink. Sure, why not? So now if I, okay, sorry about that. Now if I hit the mob, we should get a random color, and then it's also still, the other function is still doing its thing. So that makes it a little bit cool, little bit random. Yeah, Nitro, there's no way I'm finishing all 17 this stream. It's currently, actually, I guess you can see my time right there. It's 10:30 for me. So, and I do have work tomorrow. So probably going to stream for maybe like an hour or two. Well, maybe an hour more at the most. Okay. Cool. Thanks for joining the Discord, guys. Okay, what else? Yeah, so I'm using an extension called DataPack Helper Plus with through Visual Studio Code. Definitely get it if you are wanting to develop data packs. It is the most useful thing you could really ask for. It's what's auto finishing stuff for me like this. Like if I type E, it tells me all the different commands to start with E. So extremely powerful. Definitely get it. So that should be all we need for random. So now we just need the random math, and this is we're going to just start with the darkness sword, I think. And we can get rid of all of this, I think. Yeah, so this is some stuff. It uses a really advanced technique called shulker box item manipulation. I'm not going to jump into that, but this right here is going to put the item into a shulker box in the world, and then here we're going to be able to change things about it. And so to get started, we're going to need to set the default damage and attack speed just so that we can modify them later. Because if we look at like a vanilla sword, like a diamond sword, and we data get the selected item, you'll see it doesn't actually have any data, NVT data, telling you how much damage this does. This is how much durability it has, so yeah, that's not the attack damage, which is 7, but we need to set that somewhere. So I need to actually find, okay, so random swords up here, paste this there. We'll say that it starts with 8 damage, why not? And -2.5, so we can just keep that there. Well, thanks for joining the stream, Aiden. Glad you could make it, and maybe see you in a bit. So we have that. So now we have, we can grab the sword again. So we'll want to run our function. Actually, I think I already have it somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we have the random sword. Okay. Now, we should just be able to start doing some math. So for this, so we have an entity, like a dummy entity here, and so we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to start by generating a random number. So I want to do, yeah, so Loopy the random sword, it's going to deal a random amount of damage. So to do that, we're actually going to need to change how much damage the sword does. So right now it does 8, but then when I hit a mob, maybe it does 3. And then the next time it does 5 or whatever. So, all right, thanks guys for tuning in. Maybe see you next stream. I should probably stop streaming so late at night. I'd probably get more people to watch, but I was kind of busy earlier today. So what we're going to do, we're going to execute as this dude to run function wasd RNG. We'll do, let's say that the minimum is 3 and the max is 9, so that would give us 6. Yeah, good night, Infernal Viper. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll probably be working on this tomorrow and maybe Tuesday. So okay, this is where, if we're actually being smart, I should run a function. Oops. Let's see, it's swords, random, math 2, whatever. We'll call it that. Okay, we have random math 2. For some reason my computer sometimes doesn't refresh on the file explorer, so that's what just happened there. But okay, we can delete all of this, do that, and yeah. I understand some people don't live in the U.S. because the U.S. is not the world, but the U.S. is my primary audience, and I live in the U.S., so it's trying to accommodate U.S. people probably makes the most sense, but. Okay, so now we're just going to do something that we've already done once the stream. We're going to do literally the exact same thing, except this time we're going to do it 6 times. And you can probably tell that I've done this a lot of times because yeah, it's pretty obvious. Okay, so we're going to do score. We're going to, yeah, I think this is the right thing to do. We're going to set a temp value for these. So we're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. I'm very smart. I am good at math. Okay, and then so the temp value here we're going to use a little bit later to store into the actual sword here. So we can grab this line. I guess we can yeah, okay, we just want to grab that. No. Yes? Maybe. Yes. Yeah, yes. Okay. So we are going to want to scoreboard players get. I think that should be all we need. So what this is doing is it's saying that we're going to store the attack damage of, or we're going to store this value here that is being randomly generated. It's between 3 and 9, and we're going to store it into this. Though honestly, if I'm being a little bit smarter, yeah, let's be smart for a change. I don't normally like to be smart, but we can try doing that. So instead of generating 9 different values and doing all of this, what we could just do is we could generate 1, and then we could this would do the exact same thing, right? Because, yeah, okay. What we're doing here is we're saying that we're going to take our random value between 1 through 7 and then add 2 to it, which is 3 through 9. So that does the same thing. And we can save these, and theoretically, if we hit a mob now it does 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage, and that makes complete sense because maybe, no, that doesn't make complete sense. Why is that happening? So clearly the value is coming from here. Hey, but at least something happened. We know that because we changed the damage of the sword. So maybe this isn't. Oh, I'm stupid. There we go. It's in my library. Okay. I swear, I get so much dumber when I'm live streaming because there we go. Yeah. When I'm live, I just my brain just is trying to focus on too many things, and then I'm dumb. So I would assume a lot of streamers kind of have that same issue, because I mean, I I don't know about you guys, but when I'm like working on something, I don't just normally just talk the whole time. Okay, so that worked. So now we just need to do one other thing. And so after we store this value, I'm going to do another thing. And this one, unfortunately, cannot be super duper pretty. And so this is where it gets a little bit less pretty. So so we're going to do, oh, that's interesting. Optimization we can do that. And then I think we technically need that here as well. So what we're going to want to do is actually this again. But instead of changing the attribute modifier, what we're going to want to change is the custom model data, and we're going to set that not from RNG. We're going to want to set that from a constant value. Let's see. I think there's a, I need to remember how to do this. No, that's not how I want to do it. I want to slightly different. I want to, sorry. I think it's data modify block, right? At this location, modify this, set value, there we go. And then I need to open the custom model data of a netherite sword. So I should have that. Here, I'll put this up on the screen. So that's in the, no, that's an item. Oops, not textures, I'm looking at models. Okay, item, and then I want the netherite sword. So netherite sword, you can see I have, wow, I'm good. Wow. Okay, so we just need these 5 values here. And now we set that to that. And now you can see that the texture of the sword is also switching every time we hit with it. And I have 5 different textures that it can switch between. And I think that looks kind of cool. So just a little bit more randomization for the actual random sword. Yeah, Nitro, any of my more packs will be getting an update at some point. What those updates are, they are actually all in my to-do list. I have 19 pages of to-do list, so plenty of ideas. That stuff will all get added at some point. It's just I need to get around to doing it. So I'll probably be doing a lot of that in live streams because it's a lot of fun to do, and I can hang out with you guys. So, oh, howdy, Rizky. Thanks for the follow, or subscribe, or whatever you did. I don't have very many people watching these streams because I really don't have that big of a fan base, but I'm glad to have some of you guys that enjoy tuning in to see my content. So, Chico, what's your idea for the totem? Feel free to also leave a suggestion on my Discord. That is linked in the stream's description. I know some of you are already on there, but you can just always, you can go there and check it out. Let's see, we had a chest somewhere before I died. I think it was near, yeah, it's not near this village though. Whatever, we'll just make a new one. And this time we will set our spawn location. Okay. What would that do, Chico? A time o'clock totem? Okay, so we did the random sword, we did the claymore, we did the redstone, we did the coal, we did the cactus, so we're up to 5. We could do the sun and moon, those would be really fast. Yeah, might as well, let's do them. I don't think I can do a totem like that because they need to all be multiplayer compatible, and if you're messing with the time of day, then definitely not something that's possible for multiplayer. But thanks for the suggestion. Okay, claymore. Okay, I don't need you anymore, probably, maybe. Cool. Okay, don't need you, don't need you. So, okay. So let's do the sun and moon sword. We can just copy from anything. So we'll do sun, moon. And these are just the polar opposite of each other. And so once we program one, we'll have the other one done as well. So pretty easy, but I'm going to hydrate. Okay, so I think we should start with the darkness sword. We might as well just copy everything and then go from there. So yeah, I don't drink water, Nitro, but yeah, it is important. I haven't drunk water in a long time. I probably should though. I think it might be good for you. Okay, so we're not looking at getting the light level. We're going to be checking if it's day or night. So I think the best way to do this, let's see, I might have a predicate for it. I actually can't remember. Time, day, I have biomes, I have dimensions, I have light level. Okay, so none of that's going to work. So our other option, we can, let's see, time query, daytime. Yeah, okay, that's going to work. So we are going to need to go to our load function. No, we don't need that. Okay. We're going to execute store this result score on myself with while it's temp, and then run this. So we're going to start by when you swing the sword, it's going to get the time of day. Then we can convert that later. Yeah, Nitro, the darkness sword does less damage the brighter it is outside, or inversely, it does more damage the darker it is. And so the moon sword is only going to work at nighttime. So darkness sword is used in a cave, moon sword is used at night. So kind of similar, but also technically sort of a little bit kind of different. In Dut, yeah, Knight D is a person that has done he's used some of my data packs before. He's a person. That's a good way to describe him. Um, kind of a nice person, sort of, a little bit. Okay, so oops. So let's just look at the WAS temp, and then we're going to summon a cow, hit it, and I should probably reload first. I should probably not one hit kill it. Oh, nice. Wait, what's happening? Why is it doing so much damage? Yeah, I don't really know if Night D is cool because I only speak English and I can't understand any of the words he says in his videos, but maybe he's cool, maybe. Okay, there's a problem. This should not be run as mobs, it should be run as the player, so let's remove that. And now it might work. Okay. That's interesting. So for some reason I'm critical hitting myself. Huh, that could be interesting, Nitro. Why is it doing a critical hit though? Maybe it's not actually running this function. It is not. What is it running then? Okay, so I should check. Let's see. Night is 63. Day is 64. 60. Okay, so I made a mistake somewhere. 63, 64. Well, what happened to 62? Apparently I completely skipped. No? You are 62. Great. That's very cool. It looks like I wait, how did we go from... Oh, there we go. Okay. I figured it out. Okay. There we go. So that should be fixed. Though this one doesn't actually have one, so we'll just skip it. Okay. Let's try. There we go. Okay, so that should be working now, technically. We do need to change the give commands for them, though, because they don't have attributes, and we need the attributes to exist so that we can edit them like we did for the random sort. So let's do that. Okay. So we can paste both of these here, and we're going to go 9, I think, for both of them. So if used correctly, they're going to be stronger than a netherite sword by just a little bit. But, okay. So we're going to do, so this is all math and stuff that I did, but I'm going to throw all of this away. And so we're trying to set a temp value to be equal to something. Raptor Blue, I am making a data pack. I am a data pack developer. So, yeah, I make data packs. Titan, I think I'm going to stick with swords that could be used in survival. They're generally more fun for the user to be able to make the sword. But yeah, yeah, so Raptor, I am updating my more swords data pack. It currently has 51 swords, but I am adding 17 more based on your guys' ideas. And so having fun developing those on stream right now. Hopefully, maybe people can learn something while I'm streaming. So right now we're working on the moon sword. So we're going to we're checking what time of day it is, and then we're going to do 2 different things based on the time. So so if it's between 0 and 1200, that means it's daytime. We're going to say day, and then if it's 1201 to 2400, then it's night. And then we can probably just throw away the rest of this. So we should be able to summon like a husk or whatever, and it's going to say day every time I hit it because it is daytime right now. But if I set it to night and then summon you, it's going to say night. So that is a success right there. That was what we wanted to do. So now we just need to change the damage of the sword based on the time. So to do that, we're just going to scoreboard set was temp, which is going to equal damage later down the line. We're going to set the damage of the sword to be equal to 1 during the day, and we had it at 9 at night. So it should just be able to keep those 2 values like that. And let's try this. So I need to get a new one. Let's see, I should have that command somewhere already. I keep typing it in, but waste of time. There we go. Okay, and then moons, that's the dolphin sword. Moon sword, sun sword, there we go. So I set both of their damages to 9. Oh, and yeah, Alec, I have played modded. I've played actually quite a few mod packs back in the day when I used to play Minecraft for fun. Modded's a lot of fun. I was actually recently planning on playing some more modded Minecraft, but it's been a long, well, don't really have time for it. But, okay, so it's dealing 9 damage because it's nighttime, but as soon as I set it to day, and then hit a mob, now it's going to drop down to 1 damage, and now it's pretty much unusable. So we can just configure the sound effects that we want for the sword to play. Here's the sound right here. So honestly, this is a pretty good sound. We'll need to figure out another one though. I'm thinking a phantom sound. Maybe like phantom swoop could be fun. And I'll turn up the volume so that we can hear that. Sounds decent to me. Maybe add some particles as well. What would moon particles look like? I'm thinking like falling dust. Oops. Particle. There we go. Ah, yeah, strike. Origins. Not sure what that is, but I have now heard of it. Nitro, the Holy Sword idea is kind of decent, but there's also Smite as an enchantment that kind of does the same thing, so I might avoid that idea for that reason. But let's see. So the moon is like it's like a light blue. So what's a light blue block in the game? Maybe like light blue terracotta might work. Let's try that. So we can try that out. Oh, it's not executing as the mob. Good to know. But yeah, I think that looks good. I should turn down my volume. Sorry, guys. Okay, something on the Discord. Not someone's asking for help on the Discord, but I don't think I should help them. I'm busy. Sorry. Um, okay. So we're just going to copy this, put this here, and now it should work. So now, perfect. Cool, moon sword, done. Okay, where's my chest? Where did my chest go? I don't know. Whatever. I know I set my spawn near it, so. Okay, moon sword done. Let's finish the sun sword. So I think we should just copy paste the whole thing, change the sound effect. Probably to like a, I'm thinking block beacon activate at pitch 2. We can listen to that sound really quick. I think that would do just fine. Maybe not perfect, but I think it's good enough. And yeah, we're making great progress. So all we should have to do is invert these two numbers, and theoretically this one is done. So let's see. Oh, and the particles. We'll change this to like yellow wool, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, that looks just fine. So it's doing 9 damage, but then if we set the time to night, you can see now it's doing 1 damage. Perfect. And maybe it would be better if we made it, yeah, I think these would probably look a little bit better if we copied this and made it only play the sound and do the particles if the conditions actually met. So let's change that really quick. That way, so because the day sword really shouldn't be doing stuff, it shouldn't like play the sound during the day. Like that doesn't make a ton of sense. And then same for the night sword. So that should, let's test that on the moon sword. Okay, didn't seem to work on the moon sword. What did I do wrong? Oh, yeah, genius. Okay, did the wrong scoreboard. So fixed that. This is why we test things. Okay, so got rid of the particles, set time back to night. Didn't work. What did I do wrong? Did I do anything wrong? Huh. That looks right. No, I'm pretty sure. Huh. Well, so that one's running, I think. Okay, well let's delete that. Here, another thing that you can do is make sure that the, okay, so the function does exist, we know that. So something's going wrong somewhere. Which is weird because it's the same command as the... Here, let's try... bring that up again. Okay, so it doesn't seem to be doing this. Yeah, so that's not running. Why is that not running? Howdy Sebs, thanks for joining the stream. We are working on a data pack right now, adding a bunch of new swords. Just ran into a bit of an issue though, so going to try to figure that one out. I'm doing the tried and true method of staring at the screen. So this one's working, right? Yeah, this one's working. So what's the difference? There has to be a difference. 'Cause that's how stuff works, I think. Okay, well let's try this again. So we do that. Oh, oops, I need... Okay, yeah, so let's just start over. So that's working. So. Oh. Duh. 9. We're setting the value to 9 right here. So we need to do this before we set the value of the score. There we go. Ah, yeah, that's about right. You always make... There's always something that messes you up. Okay, perfect. Yeah, hey Chase, so we are currently making a data pack for... We're updating more swords, and I'm seeing how many swords I can add to the pack and make functional. Currently, we are at 7. So, making pretty good progress. But, yeah. Let's check those 2 off of the list, and then... Ooh, let's do the sugar crystal sword. We'll see... Oh, I don't know if that one's in my list or not. I don't think it is. Yeah, I missed that one. Okay, I guess it's 18 swords. Let's see. I need to go to something. Oh yeah, I need to go to the resource pack, go to... Probably avoid going to any of my work ones, and let's see, so maybe it's an iron sword. I need to figure out, let's see, where's the sugar crystal? It is not, maybe it's a diamond sword. Crystal? No, that's a different one. I don't know, maybe I'd never added it. Let's go to... We'll go to swords here and then search for sugar. Okay, it is a stone sword. Good to know. Okay, so we can go stone sword. Probably already it's here. Yes, it is. So we want you. Paste that, and then this is there we go. Okay, nice. Yeah, Chase, there is as far as I'm aware, there's no scoreboard that tracks the sun's time. Um, but what I'm doing, if we look at this, I am storing the current time as a value. So I'm storing it into a scoreboard myself. So basically, I am using a scoreboard to track time, but I'm not using like a Minecraft scoreboard to track time. If that makes sense. That probably didn't make sense. Okay, what else? So let's see, I reloaded, right? So I should just, I should have the sugar crystal sword as sword number, number 18. And, yeah, we could do this one super easily, right? So, let's see. I keep seeing this notification on my Discord and I just have to click it, but I'm going to stop clicking it. Okay, so we can, the sugar crystal sword I don't think needs any code, but I'm going to add it anyway. Just in case we wanted to do something nice. So we are going to use another attribute. So I should have, this is one we haven't used before. So I'm going to bring MC Stacker up, go with just a sword, go with modifier, go with movement speed. We'll go an amount of, I don't know, 1.5. We'll try that first. Probably will need a bit of testing to figure this out. Yeah, because 1.5, I think this is probably too much. Let's see, so we can try this again. I'm going to change this to main hand only, and okay, this should probably be a percentage, and then we'll do 2.5. We'll try that. Yeah, okay. This is 25% faster. That's a pretty big speed boost. What does a speed potion do? Speed 2 is 40%. So this is slightly better than a speed 1 potion. That seems fairly reasonable. I guess we're going to have to figure out what the recipe is going to be though. Probably something with sugar and diamonds. So okay, so we should just then in the give function, we can grab this attribute thingy majigger again, but also then go down to here, paste that, and then copy this attribute here, close U, and add it to this array. And so, oh, and this damage is going to be way too high. So I think we're going to go with a pretty low damage, because the idea is that it's a sword that makes you fast because it's sugary, but it also isn't very strong, because if you have too much sugar, you get weak muscles or something like that. I don't know, but okay. So sugar crystal, you can see, gives me speed, but doesn't do very much damage. Perfect. So looks about right. Do I need anything else? Probably not. So maybe just some sugar particles going off of the mob when you hit it, kind of like we've done for a couple of the other items. So let's see, what was we did the claymore, that was our first item. So I'm actually just going to copy paste this. And we're going to go, I think this is another falling dust situation, and then probably go with white concrete. And then, what would a sugar sound effect be? I don't know. Maybe we don't need one. Yeah, I don't know what a sugar sound effect could be. So, well, does redstone? No, redstone. I was thinking like a dust. No. Powder. No. Yeah, I can't really think of a sound effect, so we'll skip that. And there we go. Sugar sword. Kind of boring, but it's okay. Let's see, where did my chest go? Cool, so we are done with 8. Alright, let's do the enhanced diamond sword next. That one's also not in my list. Very cool. Why did I completely forgot to add some of the swords that I've done. Well, back to the resource pack that I definitely shouldn't have closed. I know that this is, it's a netherite sword. So, yeah, it's actually the first netherite sword, but I never got around to making it. That is a good idea, Chase. I am going to see how that sounds. He suggested that we use the llama spit sound. So we can do spit. Llama spit. Oops. Wow, I am completely messing this up. Oh yeah, that's right. I put these all in player. There we go. Kind of like it pitched high. Sure, let's do it pitched high. Okay. Okay, so for the enhanced diamond sword, I'm going to grab this, so it needs to be put at the bottom. This is enhanced diamond. Okay, there's the description. We know it's already 1, and then this is going to be 70. 70. Supersonic. That's a pretty funny idea. What would a thick sword do? Because it's really simple to make. I think that could be funny, but what would it do? Okay, there's the enhanced diamond sword. It's kind of like a diamond sword, but it's enhanced. And so for this one, what we're just going to do is we're going to, well, for one, under determined sword, we need to add this here, 70, and okay, go back to here. Go to you. Okay. Double damage but half speed. I could see that. I could see that working. Could be interesting. I'm thinking we go with like a chime sound effect for this. Maybe turn up my volume a little bit. I think that could be decent. And then we're just going to run, I think we're going to run function damage 2 hearts. That's probably going to be good enough. And, nah, I think I should run function. We'll do damage 2. Maybe we'll do 3. Nah. Yeah, we'll try 3 for now. So I think that should work. I have some damage functions that they all do true damage, which is a little bit of an issue, but okay, let's compare that to a regular diamond sword. I think it's probably going to be a very similar amount of, yeah, same amount of hits. So we can check if it's actually working, probably with some enchantments or something. Maybe, let's try strength. So that one's 3 hits. That one's 2 hits. Okay, so it is working. Cool. Yeah, nitro. That would also. You're right. The thick sword would give the giant diamond another use, which would be pretty cool. So, okay, enhanced diamond sword is done. So we're done with 9 swords. That is pretty good. And let's see. What else? So it's 11:30 for me, just about. I'm trying to see if there's any quick swords that I could try to finish, but I think the answer to that is probably no. And so, yeah, I think that was honestly really successful though. We got 9 swords finished. These are all in a completed state. They don't have recipes, so they're not done, but they are functional. And you can get them with the function give, oops. You can get them with the function we've been using a ton this stream, right? So anyway, this data pack is going to be, I'm going to upload it to the Discord in the early releases if you want to mess around with the storage yourself. It's going to be available to anyone supporting me on Patreon at $1 or more a month. So let me know if you guys are, well, if you guys are interested, feel free to click the link in the stream's description. And that also, of course, supports me and my streams and stuff. So I think that's pretty much all I have for the stream. So actually, let's recap what we did. So I think that's probably worth doing, right? So yeah. So Chase, I don't do either. I instead have my own crafter. Might as well show you. So I made a bunch of crafters, and for like the swords, I have this block here, and it's just a dropper, but you can put the items in here, and then all of the recipes for all of my packs will show up in the advancements, and so you can make a bread sword with bread and sticks, and it's not perfect because you put it in and then it just auto crafts it instantly, but it works mostly well. So that's how I do crafting. Definitely not perfect. I should probably do the advancement method, honestly, or the recipe book method, but I don't know. I'd rather do something different and force Mojang to actually give us NBT crafting recipes. So anyway, let's recap the 9 swords that we made in the stream, because I feel pretty proud of myself getting 9 done in a pretty short time. So, okay, we just finished the enhanced diamond sword. It does a little bit of extra damage to mobs and players. It will take off 3 damage extra. That's just going to go through armor and everything. Okay, the sugar sword, it makes you run a little bit faster when you are holding it. The sun sword, it will deal pretty high damage, 9 during the day, but oops. But if we set the time to night, its damage drops down to 1 and it's pretty much unusable. Moon sword is the exact opposite. It will deal 9 damage at night, but during the day, it drops down and only deals 1. Let's see, the cactus sword, it deals pretty high damage, 8 damage, but it will also hurt you. And it does a lot of damage to you. So very, very, it's an early game weapon for sure. That's probably not very useful, but you can use it. Let's see, the coal sword is very cool. If you are underground in like a cave or anything and you hit a mob, it will place a torch at their location. However, it's only going to place it in the darkness. So you can see if we go to like a dark location, we get a torch. Should be really nice for like early game caving. Let's see, and then the redstone sword, if you stand on powered redstone dust, so doesn't do anything, but if you power redstone dust and you stand on that, when you hit a mob, it will strike it with lightning. So it's sort of kind of an early game lightning sword, because we have a lightning sword that's really expensive. Okay, then the claymore, which will be crafted with clay, by the way, that's the whole pun. But it does a whole lot of damage, 12, but gets swung really slowly. And then the random sword, it will deal a random amount of damage. So that time it did 4, now it's 3, now it's 8, and it's between 3 and 9. And there's also some cool particles, and the texture changes every time you swing and hit with it as well. So yeah, those are the 9 swords that we were able to make in the stream. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you want me to stream next. I'll probably be making some of the other swords in the next stream, but if you want me to update some of the other packs or whatever in the next streams, I will definitely do that. So thanks for watching, and good night, or morning, or whatever time it is.